Lead with Heart. Transform Your Business Through Personal Connection by Tom Gartland with Patrick Sweeney. Foreword by Tim Fincham. Narrated by Richard Waterhouse. Foreword. I've had the pleasure of knowing Tom Gartland since 2012, when Avis first became a marketing partner of the PGA Tour. Avis continues to be a valued sponsor for the tour, and we have Tom largely to thank for making it happen. What was apparent about Tom from the outset was that when he has a vested interest in a business relationship, he's all in. The commitment of Tom and his team was absolute, and it helped set the foundation for what has proven to be a lasting, mutually rewarding association. In looking back, our dealings also provided insight into the corporate culture that Tom instilled at Avis, which in turn was reflective of the leadership philosophy he describes in this book. I believe our organizations have worked well together in large part because of commonality in priorities and the way we respect and work with our employees and partners. Although the PGA Tour grew from a small operation to a multifaceted global organization, my predecessor, Dean Beeman, and I strived to maintain a family culture that emphasized a strong connection with our employees, celebration of successes, and giving back to others. What Tom was able to do at Avis, remarkably, was instill that same close-knit family philosophy throughout a corporation with several thousand locations and 20,000 employees. I knew of his reputation as an outstanding executive, but it's the story of how he got there, the self-enlightenment that ultimately became the driving force behind his leadership at Avis that is truly fascinating. While there are countless books on the topic of leadership, it's rare that one comes along that provides such unique perspective. The approach he purposely adopted when he came to Avis was bold and unconventional for sure. As the title implies, Lead with Heart abandons the mentality that leaders shouldn't stray beyond their confidants within the organization and get too close to others. Instead, he believed that building strong relationships, outwardly demonstrating compassion and care, would permeate the entire organization and create a thriving, productive workplace. I admire Tom for taking such a brave, unconventional approach to humanize his leadership, and Lead with Heart is an entertaining and informative read to better understand the reaction of his team members, from the doubts to full acceptance of his authenticity to adapting the same philosophy themselves. I know you'll enjoy this remarkable journey and gain valuable insight from Tom's bold departure from the norm in corporate leadership. Tim Fincham, former PGA Tour Commissioner. Introduction. I was a leader for 2 decades before I learned that leading with my heart was the key to unlocking my true leadership potential. It has helped me create a thriving, engaged culture, advance a purpose and strategy that inspires top performance, and live an integrated whole life where my personal values are in alignment with work realities and where life at work and life at home are not in 2 separate boxes. What transformed me as a leader was learning how to connect my head with my heart. Once I made that connection, everything changed. I was able to connect deeply with my heart and the hearts of others. I even became comfortable with a word that you seldom hear in a business setting: love. The ancient Greek philosophers defined one of the highest forms of love as the deep, comradely relationships that develop when you see yourself in others, are there for each other, share your beliefs, your thoughts, and your emotions, and feel the loyalty created when you strive to succeed together for a noble cause in which you mutually believe. This is the kind of love I am talking about. It's the kind of love that is behind leading with heart. It's the kind of love that allows us leaders to be vulnerable and courageous enough to truly open ourselves up, allowing those around us to see who we really are. And it was with this kind of love that I helped to transform the culture of a Fortune 500 company into an engaged, collaborative, top-performing organization that experienced unprecedented growth. Open heart surgery? I firmly believe that the time has come for us to get comfortable with how our hearts can transform our lives, personally and professionally, because while the ancient Greek concept of love is timeless, learning how to lead with our hearts turns out to be brand new for each of us. It becomes a personal journey. Very personal. It was for me, and I assure you, it will be for you as well. For many of us as leaders, I am keenly aware that opening our hearts and being vulnerable would be the emotional equivalent to open heart surgery. But I assure you, opening your heart is worth it, for you and for those around you. My goal is to show you how to open up your true leadership potential. I am not promising you that leading with heart will be easy, but I can promise you that learning to lead with heart will make you much more connected, more open, and more honest with yourself, and, as a result, more authentic to those around you. My goal is to help you discover those connections, within yourself and with others, so that you can become a leader worth following. What to expect in this book? In this book, I will share personal stories and insights to demonstrate to you what leading with heart looks like. You'll see the importance of connecting with your heart, opening up to others, being more trusting and collaborative, and deepening your connections. You'll also see the value in blending your personal life with your professional life. My leadership journey is about the transformation that occurred when I, who was once a typically disconnected leader, learned to lead with my heart. My intent is to openly share with you how I came to purposely blur the lines between work and life, and how by leading with my heart, I was able to bring about improved relationships, work cultures, and bottom lines. By opening my heart to those with whom I collaborate, and just as important, being genuinely concerned with what is going on in their hearts, I have found the results can be astounding. I will share some of these remarkable transformations with you. In fact, you'll hear from many of the team members I worked with when I was a leader at Avis Budget Group. First as Executive Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Customer Care, and then as President, North America. This is not your typical business book. I'm not offering a 10-step formula or case studies from myriad companies. I'm not packing these pages with quantitative proof that being kind, open, and honest with everyone, personally and professionally, will affect your bottom line, though I will share with you how it will do exactly that. I am writing this book to inspire you through my story of learning to lead with heart, and to share with you the valuable lessons I learned along the way. In this book, I talk about opening up with people, and I'm going to do just that with you as well. My fervent hope in sharing my journey, including the lessons I learned and some very personal stories, is for you to be able to recognize how you can lead with your heart and become more of the leader you are meant to be, earlier and more easily than I did. My being completely personal, open, and vulnerable with you throughout the book is at the heart of my message. Connect with your heart so you can connect with the hearts of others. By learning to lead with heart, you will come to see a world of new possibilities in yourself and in others. My desire is that in the process, as your connections deepen, you will see your measures of success, including leading a more fulfilled life, your employees' engagement scores, and your organization's profits, exceed your expectations. A preview of what's to come. Chapter 1. Learning to Lead with Heart. I used to follow an unwritten rule of business that says leaders need to keep a safe distance between themselves and those they are leading. Don't let your guard down or they might lose respect for you. I was rising in the ranks as a leader, But leading that way was leading